Will we be seeing the return of Andy in the fifth installment of Toy Story? Previously, we were discussing all the details revealed at the D23, a Disney expo, where we had a number of revelations and first impressions of Disney's upcoming projects. In this expo, many things related to Pixar were revealed, and specifically, we were focusing on everything related to Toy Story 5. One of the most important things we could see is that the main plot will be based on toys against technology. But we were also discussing that there will be a serious conflict which will represent a great threat to everyone. And that threat will be from an army of 50 commemorative Buzz Lightyears, which were left in toy mode, knowing that in one way or another, Andy has been part of all the Toy Story franchise installments. How exactly will we see Andy being integrated into the story of the toys? Will Andy discover the secret that his toys have been hiding all these years? Will we see Andy being the key to solve all the conflicts in this next installment? In this video, we will be delving into these questions. And for more videos of your favorite series and movies, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Welcome to the Oasis Geek. Without a doubt, we can say that nothing could trigger the nostalgia effect in us like seeing Andy's official return in this fifth Toy Story installment. As I mentioned, so far we have seen that Andy has been a part of all the previous installments of this franchise. Andy's journey through the Toy Story films begins as a child in the first film, where his love for Woody and his other toys drives the plot. Woody, his favorite toy, feels threatened when Andy receives a new toy, Buzz Lightyear, on his birthday, sparking a rivalry that eventually leads to friendship. In Toy Story 2, Andy is a little older, and his bond with Woody is still strong, as we see when he prepares to go to a cowboy camp. When Woody is stolen by a toy collector, much of the film revolves around Woody's internal struggle over whether to return to Andy or stay with the Roundup gang, or as some may remember, the members of Woody's rodeo in a museum. Toy Story 3 finds Andy on the verge of adulthood, preparing to go to college. He has outgrown his toys, but his deep connection to them is evident when he decides to pass them on to a little girl named Bonnie, ensuring that they will continue to bring joy. This touching moment marks the end of Andy's direct relationship with his toys. Andy only appears in a flashback, which serves as a nostalgic reminder of the bond he once shared with his toys, setting the stage for new adventures with Bonnie, while highlighting Woody's internal struggle to find his place in this new chapter. And that's as far as we're aware of Andy's story with the toys, at least for now. This leaves us wondering, how exactly would we see an adult Andy integrate into the toy life again? Well, a lot of very interesting things could happen. Like, for example, we could be seeing Andy as an adult visiting Bonnie's family, bringing along his own children. These would have a nostalgic impact, and Andy might notice how technology is affecting Bonnie's relationship with his toys. This could subtly or directly help Bonnie rediscover the magic of playing with toys, sharing his own experiences with both Bonnie and his children, having a moment similar to what we saw in the third Toy Story movie, where Andy was playing with his toys one last time before leaving them with Bonnie. Another thing that could happen is that we see how the main plot of the toys versus technology will not be resolved on Bonnie's side, and that we see the sad image of a girl who used to love playing with her toys, turning into something completely different, leaving them aside and preferring her electronic equipment over anything else. This event could leave us with a very bad taste in our mouths, but it won't be for long, specifically if we see that what was built up in the previous movies is totally demolished in Toy Story 5. Why do I say that? Let's remember the third movie. In this one, we saw how Andy hesitated to get rid of his best friend for years to leave him with Bonnie. Not just Woody, but all the toys. Andy made Bonnie promise to take care of each and every one of the toys, as they mean a lot to him. We then see him play with his toys and Bonnie one last time before he leaves for college, leaving the bigger aspects of his childhood behind. Now imagine what was once a difficult decision for Andy being presented as one of the easiest decisions for Bonnie, having no remorse in getting rid of her toys without a second thought. This is not something we will be happy to see on screen, and will no doubt be something that will infuriate many. But remember, I said this wouldn't last long. Now imagine Bonnie's mother contacting the new owner of the toys. What if I told you that this new owner is actually not so foreign to them? That's right, we could see Andy being contacted by Bonnie's mother, and he gets his toys back again, along with some new acquisitions, and that he has actually collected the toys for his children. A similar theory to the previous one, but instead of bringing Bonnie to her senses, reminding her how much fun it is to play with the toys, and reminding her of the promise she made to him in the past, he could be giving the toys meaning again. Something else we could see is that somehow Andy sees the impact left by the defective commemorative Buzz Lightyears, realizing that his friends were hiding a big secret all along, this being that the toys were actually alive. And we may see him team up with the toys to stop the Buzz Lightyears, as they pose a great threat that goes beyond a conflict between toys. Taking advantage of his knowledge about Buzz and the toy world, he could act as a bridge between the human and toy worlds, offering strategic advice, or even intervening directly when things get ugly. Finally, we have the fact that it was never specified what Andy would be studying in college. Therefore, we could see him graduating with a degree in something related to technology. For example, we could see that Andy is now a technology expert. Being an adult now, we could see him working in technology, perhaps as a developer or engineer at a technology company. He learns that Bonnie is becoming increasingly obsessed with her tablet, and as someone who once cherished his toys, he feels compelled to help. He may develop a new app or device to balance screen time and playtime with physical toys, thus creating the balance Bonnie so desperately needs, battling her addiction to technology, and that this is not only something that will help Bonnie, but will also help the rest of the children who are being affected by technology. Since we know very little about the next Toy Story installment, this leaves the door open to many possibilities for Andy's return. Who knows, maybe none of these theories are correct, and Andy ends up making a cameo via a voice call or video message, which Bonnie or the toys hear at a crucial moment. His words being the ones that remind everyone of the value of toys, real-world interactions, and creativity, helping to change the course of digital domination represented by the defective Buzz Lightyears. One thing I am very sure of is that we will have Andy in this next movie. So far, we've seen him being part of all the previous ones, being included in the 4th installment as a flashback, but still, he was included. The fact that he is included even for a brief moment will greatly affect the course of the story, and there is a high probability that this will be with a positive impact. But tell me, what do you think about all this? Do you think we will be seeing Andy again in this 5th installment? Do you think the toys will stay with Bonnie by the end of this movie? Or do you think Andy ends up owning his toys once again, this time being passed on to his children, closing this whole franchise with a happy and well-deserved ending? Share your opinion in the comments. And for more videos of your favorite series and movies, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. You are on The Oasis Geek.